Hello, today I will share my thoughts on Technifibre X1 Biphase. To start off, I will say I already own a reel of this string because I string it so often for both myself and my wife, and also many of my customers. It is a very premium multifilament, so if you end up liking it after trying it out, you may want to commit to buying a reel to save some money. It costs $22 for a set, or $300 for a reel. If you buy a reel, you end up saving about $100 at the end of 18 string jobs, which is about how much you get out of a reel. The good news is the string goes on sale from time to time for around $15, which makes it much more budget friendly and cheaper than getting a reel for $300. I'm going to break the string down into the categories of power, comfort, spin, durability, and tension maintenance. So to start off, power. This multifilament is made from a material called polyurethane, aka PU. Multis made from PU tend to be more expensive because it is a more premium material and the process to make it into a string takes more time. You are shopping for multis. If the multi costs around $20, then it most likely is PU. Some strings in this family would be Wilson NXT, Babolat XL, Yonex Rexus, and Technifibre NRG2. All have this very comfortable, this very elastic and powerful feeling, very similar to gut. However, it is still much cheaper than gut, and it's probably the closest you're going to get to gut without having to pay the price for gut. So if you're looking for a cheaper alternative to gut, I highly recommend trying out one of these types of multifilament. Anyways, back to power. So PU is designed to have high power and comfort. I really feel the ball flying off my racket and causing problems for my opponents in a way that those controlled polyester strings don't. I am a smaller guy though, not very big or built, so if you have a different physique than me, then you might find that the power is a little bit too much. The nice thing about PU though is that with all this extra power, it's not coming at the expense of comfort. My elbow still has no pain even after longer rally sessions, and I have, well now it's a very minor tennis elbow, but when I use stiffer polys I can still feel it. So it's a really great option for those suffering from tennis elbow. I know that a lot of people, they start getting tennis elbow from using really stiff, like shaped polys, and they love the control they get. They love how the string keeps the ball in the court for them when they're swinging as hard as they can. So I understand that, but I still recommend, instead of trying out soft polys, just going to a comfort string like this until you've fully healed, because you run the risk of continuing to injure your elbow using even softer polyesters. There is some silver lining though in using more powerful strings. It'll at least teach you to improve your control through technique instead of relying on the string. You can learn to control the ball by timing your hits more precisely and hitting in front of you. So it's a great way to improve your tennis through some changes in your equipment. Next, let's talk about spin. This string actually has great spin. The spin comes from how elastic the PU is, so the way it pockets the ball, it gives you extra milliseconds of dwell time in your string bed that allows you to add that extra spin to your ground strokes. I have a couple playing partners, and they're all telling me when I use X1 Biphase, they're starting to get shoulder pain dealing with how much the ball jumps after bouncing. However, a place where the spin is a little weak is on the serves. Because you don't have that force from your opponent hitting the ball, you don't have as much pocketing. That means you need to use more swing speed to get spin or hit more forward on the serves to get them to stay in. I initially tried to emphasize adding more spin with my wrist, but I found I lost too much consistency and my balls were getting too loopy without power, so it was too easy to return. So I decided to just add a little bit more forward motion on my kick serves to compensate. It did take some time to adjust, but I was able to find a comfortable spot after a couple hours of playing. Finally, I want to finish by talking about durability and tension maintenance. The tension maintenance is actually quite good. After 2 hitting sessions of about maybe medium paced hitting, I checked the tension and it had only dropped about almost a pound, which is incredible. I was so impressed that I had to check it again. So among multis, it's a definite warrior when it comes to tension maintenance. If you need a string for a backup racket that you don't play often but you want to hold tension, I highly recommend this. Or if you aren't a string breaker but you're very sensitive to tension changes, then once again I highly recommend X1 Biphase. Durability. This is where the string takes an L for me. it still is a fairly durable string. It lasts just as long, if not longer, than nylon or polyamide fiber multifilament strings, but it's not going to be as durable as a polyester or a gut string. I have also found the string is more durable as a full bed instead of a hybrid. When I use it as a main and I have a stiff shaped poly for the cross, the string snaps within a week or so of frequent play. Haven't done much playing with this hybrid though, so I don't have a lot of data, so it might have just been bad luck. Higher tensions also have a noticeable impact on durability. The high tension creates extra stress on the string that reduces its durability. I have found that it lasts much longer when you string around 45 pounds versus 55 pounds. So those are my thoughts on X1 biphase and some general thoughts on polyurethane multifilament strings. The only other one that I have used extensively is Wilson NXT. I do have a set of Excel, NRG2, and Yonex Rexus lying around, so maybe I will try doing a comparison video. But yeah, there are differences between even the different PU type strings. So if you haven't tried out Babolat X1 Biphase, I highly recommend giving it a try. Thanks. Bye.